So the last tool that I want to talk about is called Nearpod, and it's something that I hadn't heard of before I took this class, but it's something that I think would be very useful in my class. So if you go to create a presentation, you click on Add Slide, and then you'll be able to choose whether you want to add a content slide or an activity slide. And what's cool about it is if I want to, say, have my kids watch a video about if the topic's their first date and what their ideal first date is, I can have them watch a video that's related to that. Or I could provide some web content that talks about, the top 10 places to go on your first date. Or I could go to an activity and add an open-ended question. For example, where do you think the best place to go on your first date is? Or I could add a poll that asks a question in a different way. For example, the best place to go on the first date is the movie theater, an Italian restaurant, bungee jumping, and have the kids vote on that. What I really like here is I could have my students collaborate with each other. So one thing I'm trying to get my students to do more is to use English outside of the classroom. So things like this, clicking on this tool here, I can pose a question, a topic, and have the kids discuss and about the topic and write their answers into the presentation, and then I can view those answers later. Seems like a very useful tool. Another tool that I was excited about when I saw it is, if I go back here, was the fact that it has Flipgrid. And I talked about Flipgrid in another video. But Flipgrid, you can send in a a video response to a question that I ask. And that way I can see my students' English speaking skills. So this whole website just seems so useful, and I'm really interested to start tinkering around more and creating presentations of my own. And thank you for talking about this because I had never heard of this, and learning more about it, I'm quite interested in it. Thank you.